actively looking for a job, the job market is absolutely cooked. For reference, I graduated from the University of Virginia with a 3.6 GPA in computer science. But today I received a decision on my McDonald's application. We decided to move forward with applicants, so I appreciate your interest in McDonald's.
There's no way though, right? Why, as a computer science major, is you applying to McDonald's, my nigga? I guess if you don't got nothing else, that will work out, right? But I feel like this nigga might be trolling, bro. I don't know.
Since I graduated, I have applied to over 733 jobs. I've only gotten 2 second-round interviews and 0 offers.
It's tough, but I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I haven't been trying actively to get a job in my field. I feel like I would get one relatively easy. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like it would just come easy as shit to me. I'm that nigga so much they don't got no choice but to give me a job. What's going on, YouTube? cdagreen here, back with another video, and today we have college degree is the new high school diploma. It certainly does feel that way, you know, fresh college graduates still struggling to find jobs, computer science majors. Shout out to y'all niggas. It's looking real tough for y'all out there, but it's looking tough for everybody, you know. Just because you get a degree, it no longer guarantees employment like it did back in the day. So a lot of people is wondering, what's the point of even going to college? You feel me? It is really feeling like the high school diploma, like the bare minimum that you have to do before you really do some real shit to really earn your keep. You feel me? So we gonna get straight to the video by my boy Todd Buggy. Shout out to him. If y'all like it, make sure to like the vid, comment, and subscribe. And let's see what it's talking about.
I'm literally having like a midlife crisis. Like, all these jobs out here are paying $23, $24, $25 an hour, and I'm not trying to sound ungrateful, but like, that's just not enough money. What the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm gonna be in debt for my whole fucking life.
Other applicants, I appreciate your interest in McDonald's. All jokes aside, the job market is absolutely horrendous. Since I graduated, I have applied to over 733 jobs.
All of our lives, we were pressured into going to college. And some people made the best out of going to college. Some people just went to college just to say they went to college to make their parents proud. But I don't think there's enough people with degrees that's telling the truth about the experience of having a degree. Especially if you grew up in some type of Caribbean family like myself. A college degree was the answer to all problems. You had heart problems, it's because you need a degree. Your car ain't got no gas because you need a college degree. People are starting to
Get your nose in them books, nigga. That's it.
realize that college degrees aren't what they used to be. They're starting to feel more like the high school diplomas. Check this out.
Actively looking for a job, the job market is absolutely cooked. For reference, I graduated from the University of Virginia with a 3.6 GPA in computer science. But today I received a decision on my McDonald's application. Thank you for applying to the role. The competition was high and you were among a number of very strong candidates. We decided to move forward with applicants, so I appreciate your interest in McDonald's.
There's no way though, right? Surely, okay, so maybe he applied to many jobs before this one and none of them showed love, so he's like, all right, I need something, let me work at McDonald's. But my nigga, why, as a computer science major, is you applying to McDonald's, my nigga? Like, why are you doing that? You feel me? But I guess if you don't got nothing else, that will work out, right? But I feel like this nigga might be trolling, bro. I don't know.
McDonald's. All jokes aside, the job market is absolutely horrendous. Since I graduated, I have applied to over 733 jobs. I've only gotten 2 second-round interviews and 0 offers. If you can refer me for a coding job, or you can help me get a coding job, please message me.
See, this person here does not have a college degree. See, this person here does not have a college degree. You see these dogs right here? They have college degrees.
See, once upon a time, all you needed was a high school diploma. To get a job, to buy a house, to raise a family, all you needed was a little high school diploma. But in today's America, the high school diploma is barely a ticket into the door.
That ain't
You're
shit.
looked down upon from your family. Society usually doesn't respect a person that doesn't have a degree. But even a bachelor's degree doesn't guarantee anything. In fact, in 2025, a college degree is starting to feel a lot like a high school diploma. You spend all that time trying to get that degree.
See, now I ain't even gonna lie, bro. If you go for the right field, cause even if you go for the right field, like these computer science niggas, bro, they giving these niggas hell. They can't even get a reply back for the first round interview. It's tough, but I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I haven't been trying actively to get a job in my field. I feel like I would get one relatively easy. I ain't gonna lie. It's like filmmaking, you know what I'm saying? Video production, filmmaking, cinematography, shit like that. And I don't know, I haven't tried to get into the field, but I feel like it would just come easy as shit to me. Just for some reason, that's just what I feel. I don't know if it has to do with the field or if I just have that internal confidence in myself that, oh yeah, my nigga, like I'm that nigga so much they don't got no choice but to give me a job. That's genuinely just how I feel, bro. Like if I tried, I would genuinely get an offer eventually, relatively quickly. I ain't gonna lie, but I haven't even tried because I don't want to do that shit. You feel me? I don't really care, my nigga. Like I'm happy doing what I'm doing right now, making these vids. I'm working my job right now. I might look for some other shit, you know what I'm saying? I might pick up a trade, become a plumber, electrician, something like that. You feel me? That's guaranteed employment. But I just don't feel like playing the game, bro, especially because they like, oh, do you have experience? Did you do internships? What was your GPA? You know what I'm saying? Can you send us your resume with all your experience? Oh, nigga, fuck that shit. I'm not playing your game, bro. I'm good. I don't even got enough love for that field anyway, bro, to do all that shit. It's different if you actually like it, but I don't even got enough love for that shit, bro.
Spend all that money, you do all that studying just for you to be...
It's cool, too, because, like, I got my shit fully paid for. Like, I didn't have to pay for college at all, luckily. I got grants and scholarships to the point where I was covered every year. I'm like, oh, shit. Damn, like, you know what I'm saying? So it was great in that way. That's why I'm not pressed about it, because I don't really got, like, no student debts that I need to pay back. But I could definitely feel why people get so, like, bothered and upset by shit like this.
Stuck on Indeed, begging for a job still.
Does having a degree matter when it comes to making money in Canada?
I think in some cases it does. It opens some doors that wouldn't be available to you if you didn't have it.
Fair enough. And what do you do for a living?
I'm a private banker.
Okay, and do you have education for that?
I do. I got a 4-year business degree.
Okay, and if you don't mind me asking, roughly how much do you make in a year?
I make roughly $130,000 a year.
Okay, and do you think that you'd be where you are today without your education?
I think I would have needed it to get in the door in the first place, but after you get in the door, the degree doesn't do a lot for you.
Okay, good to know. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Okay, the degree doesn't do a lot for you.
Okay, good to know. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
But after you get in the door, the degree doesn't do a lot.
Yeah, we heard. Why are we replaying this shit 3 times, my nigga?
Okay, good to know. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Okay.
So America has basically become paid
Ty, why did you play that shit 3 times? We heard it the first time, brother.
to play. This piece of
Or
paper,
whoever made that TikTok. I don't think it was my nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? My nigga seemed like he got a little more sense than that. You feel me? But yeah, I don't know who did that. Who thought that was a good idea right there?
has enough power to get you in a room, but it doesn't actually say you can do the job, which is why a lot of jobs are now asking for experience too. But how am I going to have experience if I just got this degree? See, back in the day, your grandparents, all they had to do was get a high school diploma and go straight to the plant and get one of those jobs. But all of these jobs have been automated now because technology is more advanced. So now they say, okay, you got to get a degree. You need to have a degree just so you can possibly get an interview. My problem with a degree is, why do I have to learn all of this extra stuff? Like, if I want to be an engineer, why do I have to learn social studies? I fail social studies, I can't become an engineer. If I'm getting a degree in some type of mechanics, why is it mandatory that I have to get an elective in order to have a certain amount of credits so I could graduate with this degree? And then when you look at the electives, it's electives like history of art. And then you may be saying to yourself, at least they'll get more information. I'm going to college so I can get a job that helps me work with my hands. I can get it. The field, the job that I'm trying to get has nothing to do with history of art.
They just try to make you pay for them classes, bruh. Because if you only needed your real electives, you would be, your real requirements, major requirements, you might be out of that bitch a full, bro, bachelor's, maybe even a master's in 2 years. My nigga. So they really try to run up that bag. Oh yeah, you need general studies, you need scientific literacy, mathematics, what's it called, electives and shit. My whole last 2 years was just electives, nigga. I would have been out that bitch by my sophomore year, my nigga, if like that shit worked like that. So I understand the method they doing. They really just trying to make sure niggas paying for them goddamn classes.
So why exactly do I need to have an elective? Because here's the thing, it's one thing if I'm just doing this for pastime, but it's another thing if you tell me I have to do it and I have to pay for it. Even though this has nothing to do with what I'm trying to do in life. I feel like college is the biggest Ponzi scheme that America was able to indoctrinate over people. Now, if you're saying that that guy that wants to be an engineer or that guy that wants to be a lawyer is taking only law classes is taking only engineer classes the whole 4 years that they're in college, maybe we can have a different conversation. But the fact that college forces you to have all of these extra classes that you're paying thousands of dollars for should raise some eyebrows on the business of college and why it's so heavily promoted to people. And then you hear from a lot of people that have degrees that they actually learn their job at the job. So you mean to tell me it took me 4 years to learn something?
Really?
4 years.
That's really a thing? I did not know that. Of course, you kind of get some training on the job, but I feel like they was kind of like, all right, man, here's this new job. You know how to do these things, right? All right, let me show you just how to, you know what I'm saying, streamline it and do it a little more efficient. Like, you feel me? I thought it was something like that, but they actually teach you how to do shit on the job. So, fuck, I need a degree for it, my nigga. Like, I don't know.
And getting into debt just to get to a job and learn something in 2 weeks with no real prior knowledge. But where exactly did the college system even come from? Because me, as somebody with a 4-year degree, most of the things I've learned from life has been from experiencing life. So if I'm paying 4 years straight out of high school and I'm expecting to be this smart adult by the end of these 4 years that I received this paper, why don't I know anything about how to buy a house? Why wasn't anybody explaining anything about credit to me? Why don't I know how to run a business properly?
The whole college thing is just another middle class trap. You're giving up your most valuable thing, time, and trading it for debt, another terrible thing for you. If you just looked at it from a business, the ROI on college is awful. Unless you're gonna be a doctor, a lawyer, or a politician and become president of the United States, the return on college is pretty dismal. We're not taught expansion, we're taught contraction. Saving money is a contraction concept. No one ever went broke because they didn't save enough money. No one ever went broke because they spent too much. People go broke because their income stops. If you're earning more income than you're spending, then you're always going to be fine, particularly if it's passive income, not earned income. School is teaching us how to get a job and how to get some money, but they never teach us what to do with the money and how to get money to multiply. The ultimate goal of wealthy people is not to have income at all. It is to have passive income that is not earned, but that comes from investments. Cash flow is more valuable than cash because cash goes down in value, and as it goes to zero, you want to replace that with assets that go up in value and that spit off little bits of cash so that you live off the cash flow and never touch the capital or the asset.
All right, guys, listen up. We need ideas. Something that's gonna make us a ton of money. I've got it. Okay, so we all know how clueless kids coming out of high school are, right? They're hopeless. Right, so what if we lie to them? Tell them that if they come and join our organization for a fee, plenty of fees, they are guaranteed an amazing job in any industry that they want to go into.
Dude is on to something.
Right. Okay, but here's the catch. The first 2 years of this experience with our organization, they are going to just redo
what they
already did in high school.
Genius. Hit him with that Uno reverse, you feel?
Then we just sprinkle in some specific classes for whatever industry that they think they're trying to go into. Then once they're done at our organization, we give them something to feel like they've accomplished something.
Like what?
I don't know, like a piece of paper or something. Mind you, we've been paid already. But they go out and try to get a job and they realize that what they have is not enough. Boom, hit them with the upsell. Master's degree.
Master's degree, what's that?
Came up with that.
Yo, that's really crazy. This don't sound far too off from how it must have been, bro. The way he literally said, if they join our organization and they pay a fee, we guarantee that they can get into any field they want. That's really what this shit is. That's really all it is, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? And you only learn in a handful of classes. Like, I probably took like 7 classes, maybe that had to do with my major. I don't know, between 7 and 10, some shit like that. Why did that take 4 years? Why, bro? I don't understand why it needed to. It didn't, you know? It's just all a part of the illusion of making you feel like you're doing some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And the master's degree shit, yeah, my nigga. That bachelor's, hey, you could come back for your master's. Hey, boy, pay attention now.
Myself. Then they start the process all over again, baby.
Give this man a raise. But won't it be so obvious our entire goal is just to make money?
Right. We distract them with the most god-tier partying and consumption of recreational liquids. the best that you can imagine. They won't know what's going on. They won't remember a thing.
And by no means necessary
That's
am I
crazy.
telling y'all not to go to college, because by the end of the video, I'm gonna bring it all home. But let's just think about what we have been told, the understanding that we have on college. They tell us that college is the key. But college is not no golden ticket. It is a bill. Student debt is crushing a whole generation of people. Imagine owing $80,000 in debt just to get a job that pays you $45,000. Which is why
Crazy.
I say that from an investment standpoint, college does not guarantee anything but a bill. And the older generation pushes it extremely hard on us because in their time to have a degree, it was really rare. But today you can have it and still struggle, because the truth is most of these colleges just want your money. Okay, they will let you get a degree in something like fine arts, knowing that no jobs is really hiring for a fine arts degree. And a lot of times those kids, they're just happy that they're getting a degree in something and they're gonna make their parents proud. Then you graduate and realize that was a whole waste of 4 years. And nobody told you, you might want to change that, because you're gonna have to pay $50,000 to $100,000 back in loans. Nobody breaks that part down to you. While you're saying to yourself, oh yeah, well, I want to major in something that I'm passionate in. No, you need to be majoring in something that the job market is actually hiring for, because you're going to be walking around after a passionate 4 years and having to pay $1,000 a month back on top of all the other bills it takes to survive.
Yeah, my nigga. You can't pay for that shit with passion. You cannot pay them student debt bills, nigga. You need them real bills. You feel me? Passion alone ain't just going to cut it, my nigga.
I'm telling you, it doesn't hit you until it's time for you to pay that degree back. They give you a good grace period until you have to pay them. But then when it starts hitting and you realize, damn, I got to pay back $600 to $1,000 a month off of a salary of making $45,000 a year. You do that math, along with paying your rent, your car note, your insurance, your light bill, groceries. Now you have this expensive piece of paper just sitting on top of your fireplace, and you're just happy that you did it. But nothing really to show for it besides the paper that's sitting up there. Because nobody really walked you through the right way to go to college, which is why I say the whole college business is a scam, because they're not actually telling you guys the truth about college. It is almost like you're lying by omission. Why not give me the full game, the wins and the losses? And I know some of y'all are probably like, yeah, but that's not true. Okay, let me ask you a question. Would you invest in something, $50,000 to $100,000 into something, knowing that there's a 50-50 chance that you will not get a return on your investment? No, that sounds like a bad business deal. So because I know that sounds like a bad business deal, your whole life from the time that you enter school, I'm gonna make it seem like college is the mandatory fix for the success you want in life. Because I need it to be indoctrinated into you before you understand the games that's really being played.
Bible speaks of him singing over us. He does that sometimes when I'm in worship, and I kept saying, God, you can go my. He sang back to me, he said, I'm about to do.
No one likes student loans, but if you give me a choice between working at a dead-end job for $30K or $40K a year with no room for advancement or elevation, versus going to school for maybe 2 to 4 years to collect some advanced degree that will allow me to make 6 figures, I'm gonna take the debt every time.
So as it turns out, the student loans that I've been paying $1,500 a month for 2 years have a 17% interest rate.
Oh, hell no, nigga. No, bro. I didn't even think about that. Is interest a thing on student debt, bro? Wow, because literally she said $1,500 a month, 2 years. All right, so there's 12 months in a year. 1,500 times 24. Who am I kidding? I can't do that math. All right, let's just say it's 1,000 a year, right? 1,000 that you pay every 12 months. I mean, every month. 24. What's 24 times 1,000? That's 24K, right? Okay. So she paid about like 27, 30K, right? Okay, in 2 years. But there's interest on that shit. Whole time she probably had to pay another fucking 60K just to get out that debt, right? But it's even more off that shit. So she really got to pay like another 70K. Like, god damn, that's crazy, my nigga. They running in a method. Oh my god.
So what I thought I've been paying off for all this time, I'm actually like, I owe more than what I started off with.
That is crazy.
So Jeff Bezos, this would be a really cool
Damn, I was pretty close. I was pretty damn close.
Spend that
Yeah.
much on school. Like, any rich person, please tap in. Like, Kourtney Kardashian, like, you probably have 8 houses. I'm never gonna be able to buy one because I went to college. I just signed up to be an egg donor. Guess what? Got approved. Who wants my...
Damn, I'm blessed, bro. Fuck. I just realized that shit, my nigga. Damn, like, these niggas, like, bro, if it wasn't for the college, like, the student loan, I don't think niggas would be crashing this much over college. You feel me? Maybe you can't find a job, but all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? At least you ain't have to pay. Like, you don't got to pay this shit back. You know, 4 years. You'll get another 4 years, nigga, lock in again. You good? Just grind a little bit. But yeah, bro, these student loans is really like, that's what really kills people about college. You feel me? The fact that you get a useless degree and you got paid debt for that shit, right? It's wild. I didn't even think about that shit, bro. Like, I'm truly, yo, man. I got blessed, man, for real.
Fucking kids. I can't afford them, so start a bidding more. Just fucking take them. What do you want? My left arm too? Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm gonna be in debt for my whole fucking life.
Yeah, that's
How does
crazy.
that even make sense? I signed up for this shit.
It's really crazy. In debt for your whole life, bro. My nigga, we got one life. One. This is crazy.
When I was 17, like, this should not be legal, bro. I got upset about it at work, and my coworker was like, don't you have, like, a rich relative who can pay that for you? No, my family's poor. Like, no. And the worst fucking part is, bro, look where I am. Like, I can't go in because I can't spend money, but I just want to, like, be here because it makes me feel better.
Meanwhile, trade jobs like electricians, plumbers, mechanics, they're making 6 figures with no degrees. See, in my
that might be the method right there, man. Didn't I say that earlier in the vid? You know what I'm saying? I could just really start fresh. I don't got no debt. You know what I'm saying? The degree, that motherfucker looking nice. It's looking cool up there and shit, but like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't have to put in no like money for that shit. Like, my shit was all paid, nigga, all expenses paid. Trade school, how much is that shit, my nigga? I don't know. I gotta look into that, you know what I'm saying? But being a plumber, like, that shit could be cool. You know what I'm saying? Electrician, something, a mechanic, something like that, my nigga. Six figures? My nigga, just like that, no degree. Okay. Hey, man, let me know something.
opinion, I feel like if somebody doesn't know exactly what they want to major in,
and that's some man shit. Like, I'm really doing shit with my hands, nigga. Like, I'm really the man. I'm the method, nigga. I'm the answer to that shit, bro. No cap.
but they just want to major in something, I think that you should take a break from college and get you a cert. Go to a tech school. Electricians make around $60,000. Plumbers make about $60,000. HVAC is working with the AC. They're also making about $60,000 and up. CDL drivers, $50,000 and up. The difference with these,
I thought about that shit too. I ain't gonna lie, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, I've been tapped into the right things. Okay.
these guys, they don't have an expense of an extra $1,000 that they're paying to debt for them to be able to get the certificate that they needed to do their job. And they can actually scale to make it into an actual business to the point where they don't have to manually work anymore. But society is not going to hype that stuff up. They make you feel less than if you don't go to college. They say go get a degree, but they don't tell you what to get a degree for. Like, we need to stop celebrating people just getting degrees. We need to start celebrating people getting degrees in the right stuff.
Getting to that
you
money.
Get a degree in liberal arts, you're making around $38,000 coming out of college. Performing arts, $38,000. Religion, $38,000. General social science, $40,000. History, fine arts, $40,000. And then I want you to subtract taxes and subtract $7,200 a year just to pay back college. And in this market, it's very hard to survive off of that much money. Raising a family. Now, if we're talking about combining incomes, now that's different. But people that get degrees spend so much money to get that piece of paper, they should be walking out to some 6 figures. Because if I have to spend $50,000 just to make $38,000, that's a bad investment. I could have made $38,000 without getting that piece of paper.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a plumber.
Cool. How long have you been doing that?
Maybe about 4 years now.
4 years. And how much do you make? Well, it's depending on the amount of work I do, but roughly between 90 and 110,000.
Okay.
You feel well compensated?
Yeah.
How do you get into plumbing? Any advice for others who are interested in it?
Well, there's a lot of companies that, if people want to get into it, they'll just send you to school for free.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
And then give you a job after that.
Which companies?
FH Fur does it. Michael and Son does it. They're really hurting for tradespeople right now, so there's a lot of business for everybody.
I'm literally having like a midlife crisis. Like, all these jobs out here are paying $23, $24, $25 an hour, and I'm not trying to sound ungrateful, but like, that's just not enough money. Like, I cannot survive. I cannot live. I have kids. Like, I cannot use 23, 24.
I heard my man say some shit like that when I was like asking him about trucking. He said, yo, bro, you ready to pay for that shit? No, go to a company. You know, I forget what it was called. Fuck. I should have been listening. But I hear that basically, like the boss said in the video, you tell them niggas you try and get into the field, they send you to school for free, and then they offer you a job after. It's like, it's them niggas looking out for you. It just seemed too good to be true. But it is. It's wild, my nigga. That's actually crazy.
$25 an hour and make a living. Okay, like, it's not enough money. It's simply not enough money. It's just not. And it's like, did I go back to school and get a bachelor's degree for what? What did I get a bachelor's degree for? To make $23, $24, $25 an hour? For what?
Bro, I find
See, this video isn't to tell y'all not to go to college.
What was that nigga talking about?
Look down upon anybody that doesn't. And I have my degree. And in case you was wondering, I got my degree in business and logistics. Why? Because that is the only experience I have on the civilian side, which was doing quality assurance in a warehouse. And I also did 10 years as a logistics specialist in the military. So it made sense for my degree because most jobs will ask for experience. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I really got my degree just to give it to my grandmother. My grandmother, she's Haitian. She wanted me to degree so bad, so I did it for her. But most people that I know that have degrees are still struggling, still trying to figure it out. After all that money spent at college, life is still a struggle. So with times changing and AI taking away jobs, you need to be even that more strategic on what you go to college for. Stop worrying about what you're passionate about and see what does the market actually need. What jobs aren't going to be taken away? Like doctors, engineering, law, cybersecurity. I don't even think you need an actual degree for cybersecurity. I think you can get a certificate for that. Just whatever you do, don't just get a degree because it sounds nice to say I have a bachelor's degree. Also, stop quitting your job to find another job after you finish your degree. Instead, what I would do, now if it's a toxic environment, that's different. But instead, what I would do is work your way up at that job that you're at. Maybe you started entry level. And then once you finish your degree, you're already in their system. All you have to do is talk to the right person, let them know you finished your degree, left seat, right seat somebody, and they can move you into that position rather than them hiring somebody brand new that they don't know off of the streets that they're going to have to train up to understand their systems. They would much rather put you if you network and market yourself well at your jobs, which is why I always say, always carry yourself apart. Because you never know who's watching and can't wait to give you an opportunity. It's much easier to grow within a franchise you're already in than to join a brand new franchise. I don't care if you have to be a janitor at that place until you finish your degree. At least you're in the building. Work your way up. I think the biggest problem that I have with school is that I hear too many people base success based on whether or not you have a college degree.
Yeah.
School is not for everybody. Like, I'm a very smart individual, I feel like myself, but I'm not the best test taker. And the thing about school, you have to pass tests. You can get great grades, but if you fail those tests at the end of those assignments, you'll fail that course. So does that mean that you're not smart, or does that mean you was just having an off day? I know people that can't even speak English that can do an American job better than some Americans, but they'll have problems with the English language. So just because you don't have a degree does not mean you cannot be great out here. So don't let people make you feel small and as if you don't deserve the finer things in life because you didn't finish school. School is not for everybody. Most of the CEOs in America—
That never really had been a thing for me, just to go to school, just to say, oh yeah, guys, I'm accomplished. I went to school. Yeah, I got my degree. Yep. That was never really a thing for me. Like, it was never like a thing that I did for external validation. It was just kind of like, oh, I don't know what else to do. I guess I'll go to school. You feel me?
do not have degrees. How ironic is it that people go to college to work for somebody that didn't go to college? And then we look down upon people that don't go to college. There's something for everybody. And if college wasn't for you, well, by all means, there's something out there for you. Just make sure you have a good plan. And for my people that are going to college, please be strategic on the degrees that you choose. This is not high school or middle school. You don't just graduate and automatically advance and pass go. It don't work like that. But anyways, y'all, I want to hear from y'all now. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe button, turn on my post notifications.
WVid Ty Boogie, man. Shout out my dog, brother. Real talk. That was a great video, man. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even think about student debt like that. That is really crazy. That shit hitting you for years of your life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Especially because I don't even think they forgiving debt no more. You know what I'm saying? The government and shit, like, you really finna have to pay that shit off, my nigga. That shit is wild. That's insane. So I don't know, man. Like, you know, if you really isn't getting a degree in one of them fields that's guaranteed and not getting taken over by AI, like he said, then yeah, bro, it might just be worth taking a step back, you know, maybe take a gap year, go work at Chick-fil-A or something, my nigga. I don't know. Get your mind right, you know what I'm saying? Get your body right. Read up on some investing shit, some, you know, all that good shit that's not taught to you. Take your time, really see what the fields like the market is demanding, what they paying, what you gotta do to get it. And then just, you know, make a decision based off that. Especially if you don't gotta pay for it. Like, if they'll send you to school for free, my nigga, the more the merrier, bro. No cap. No cap. So, yeah, man, this is a great video. It definitely opened my eyes, bro. This college degree, it really is feeling like a high school diploma. The job market is kind of cooked. Like, I didn't, you know, I didn't think I would ever be able to say that. I just imagine when I graduated, when I was a kid, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna graduate college. I'm gonna have a job right away. But that's just not how things is working no more. And it's crazy to see. But this is a dope video, real good video. If y'all enjoyed it, make sure to like it, comment, and subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Love y'all. Peace.